Hey folks, this is Wistful Dale here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to an M.L.P. A.U. I don't know if this is horror or not, we'll have to wait and see, but I've had my eye on this one for a good minute now, because it looks pretty interesting and everything. It's called Ancient Egypt A.U., and I don't know if this is directly horror based or not or whatever. Actually, I don't know if there's any. I'm sure there is, but I don't know really much of horror urban legends of Egypt or whatever. I guess maybe from mummies, I guess, or something like that. But anyway, nonetheless, this is an AU that I've had an eye on, and I figured to go ahead and finally showcase it to you folks because it seems pretty interesting. It's over here by the creator Io Vilor or whatever, or just Hio, excuse me, not Io, Hiover or something. I don't know if I'm saying that correct or not, but I'm just gonna go with Hio, something, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the best with names or whatever, but anyway, we are gonna go ahead and check this out because this looks very interesting and very unique compared to the other M.L.P. AUs that we've seen, and most of them are like horror. So let's whoop. Okay, TikTok, you had to mess me up though. Lovely. Alright. There we go. Yeah, true. Okay, so we got a goddess here. So I'm assuming this is, so it's like alicorn level here with this. Alright. I gotta say, I like the art in this. Alrighty. The goddess and the ancient, or whatever. Dark sands and haver, or whatever. Alrighty. So, the Egyptian goddess, alright. Actual size, yep. Even dark sands. Okay. So I'm assuming this takes place entirely outside of Equestria or anything. Alright, bowing and stuff. I'm assuming this is her crown or hat or whatever. Who are you? What's your name? I guess something like Hades or whatever from Greek mythology. I don't know too much on ancient Egypt lore or anything, or Egyptian lore. Well, stop that. A doctor falling to her death, worried no one will mourn her when she's gone. The god of death. Okay, I had a feeling on that. The god of death, breaking his own rules to save her because he knows it's too early for him to meet. Is love and death? His love and death, or its love and death? Interesting. So what's she the goddess of? Just land or something? I linger in the room's hush, where lanterns dim and footsteps rush. The world turns soft, and time stands still, and in that pause, I drink my fill. For there you are, leaned over a bed, a thread between the quick and the dead, or quiet and dead. Your fingers warm, while mine are cold. Your hands give hope, while mine will withhold. Okay. You never see me in the air, but I'm always standing there. A shadow near the crash cart's hum, the whisper when the silent comes. You don't know how I watch you move, the way your brew sits sharp and smooth. The way you weep when no one's near, the way you fight me year to year. And though I take what I must take, I leap behind the breath you break. You never lose them all to me. Your touch can still eternity. Still in those seconds, brief and bare, when souls slip free like midnight prayer. I glimpse in the lights behind your eyes, too bright for me, too kind, too wise. You love the living, I the lost, yet every life we share a cost. You mend the broken, stitch and save, I lay the tired into the grave. And so we dance apart unseen, you and white and me between. Yeah, I was always going to say in between, but no, it's between. But know this still, I mourn each breath, for every step I take is death. Damn. Now I'm thinking of that one, oh god, what was that one animation called? It was like 6 minutes or whatever. It was like a deal or whatever who noticed like the personified of death or whatever, and how death was like always, it was basically, well, death was, always alone and stuff and everything, and now there's like this one animal, like a deer or whatever, antelope, that would always, came over and comforted whatever because it was just lonely, because death just takes everything. Completely forgot what it's called. Okay, it's just what we went through before. Right. M.L.P. A.U. collab compilation. Alrighty. Damn, she's big. She real big. So I take it I completely forgot the name. The Doctor and Death. What if at the end there was always love? So I guess there was a mortal doctor who the god of death fell in love with, I guess, I presume. And who is this? Honestly, it's true. I want to be mortal. Immortal, yeah. It's true, honestly. Honestly, the art is amazing. The art is phenomenal. I really like the art. I'm gonna check with some of these other ones here. But yeah, I'm a little bit confused exactly because I don't know. I wonder who that blue Pegasus, or I wonder who that blue Pegasus was. But it seems very interesting. It's very different from the other AUs that we've looked at here and everything. It's from what I see here. So it's not based in Equestria or anything. It's purely Egypt, and it's like its own complete separate thing, which is really nice and everything. It may not be horror or anything, but you know what? I'm down for this. I kind of dig this, honestly. I'm not the biggest fan of Egyptian lore, but You know what? This was a huge, breath of fresh air. I really like this AU. I freaking dig this. When were you last done? Last update? Let's see. June 13th. Alrighty, so about 3 or so months ago. But hey, this is quite interesting. The art is amazing. I really like the art in this. I don't know who this is. I guess this could be I don't know whose daughter this is. My guess is that it could be, Haver and, Def's, child, I guess. That's my only best guess with what this could possibly be. But I'm not too entirely sure, honestly. Also, I'm kind of curious to know who, this goddess is exactly. Like, is she just the main goddess of, the overall land or whatever? Or is there something that she is the goddess of? Because I do know now that, that this guy, the X Hill, was, this guy here is the god of Death Hill. So I'm wondering, did the god of Death Hill fell in love with a mortal doctor? Or healer, I guess, or whatever? In Egyptian times or something? So I'm wondering now, actually, I have an interesting thing in mind with that. Maybe, and I could be wrong here with this, but maybe the god of Death Hill, right? He cheated on, the goddess Hill, and I guess, but she eventually forgave him, whatever, or something, from what my best guess is, or something, because obviously she wants to be, immortal, which I can honestly totally kind of see in everything. And, I can get by, honestly, and everything, because at least, with mortals, you don't just live or anything. You're also kind of limited to an extent, but there's kind of beauty in that. I wonder who, what's his name? Dark Sands? Yeah, Dark Sands. I wonder who this is exactly. I guess he's her loyal servant or something, I guess. That's my best idea, whatever. But yeah, I'm not too entirely sure, but honestly, at the end of the day, this was a very unique AU. This was a very interesting one that's very different. Actually, there's more stuff here. I just look at the playlist, whatever, but actually, let's look at some of this here now that we're here. Are you almost dead? Yes. Don't do it again. And then they kissed. This looks like Daring Do. This can't be Daring Do, can it? She looks like Daring Do. And then here's this hill. I think it's Heather. I think that's her name, right? Unless I'm completely wrong. Heather. Heather's Most Devoted. Okay, these two unicorns here. This was on the last day of August. Ever said you don't know Thoth? Okay, and he's the god of wisdom. September 3rd. Alrighty. No, stop there. So I guess these are all of the characters so far here that we see. Yeah, that can't be Daring Do, can it? Looks like we got Queen Chrysalis and whatever your name is, and OC. And yeah, there's the doctor, I presume, the Mist Doctor, the God of Wisdom, the Goddess, God of Death, King Sombra, and whatever your name is. And Dark Sands there at the corner. So I'm assuming these are characters that we may see down the road eventually. At some point. But yeah, not bad overall. And it's actually been it's been about a little over 2 weeks, actually. It's just the playlist hasn't been updated. I keep forgetting to do that. Well, I need to look over at the outside of the playlist or whatever. Come on, TikTok. Come on. Okay, TikTok's being finally, jeez. I wish there wasn't copyright music, even though it's softly in there. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to look over here and everything. I guess I should have looked over at the account itself of all of this rather than yeah, I kind of messed up, so I only looked at the playlist. But yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, and overall, this is a very solid AU. The story is kind of a bit confusing, honestly, but the art is definitely the biggest highlight to me. Like, the art is amazing. I am super intrigued and curious on this. But anyway, that's basically overall it, and overall I have to really say for this video here and everything. So with all that being said and out of the way, thank you folks all so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you folks don't miss out on a future video or post that I make in the future. And that you can always be kept up to date with the channel here and everything. And lastly, if you have any requests or suggestions, feel free to tell me down in the comments below. Hey, wait a second. Actually, hold this thought here, folks. Hold it up here, folks, okay? Just let's put on pause here for a moment here. Because something even more exciting is going to happen tomorrow. That's right, I fooled you folks. I fooled you all here. Anyway, so if you folks don't know and everything here, right? So tomorrow, I have my new album that's finally going to be coming out. It's an Everywhere at the End of Time fan project that I have worked on for over a month and a half now, and I'm super excited to finally showcase you folks tomorrow at 10 Mountain Time, you know, and everything. That's the time that I'm at or whatever. So it's going to be at 10 on, you know, my time, Mountain Time, whatever, tomorrow, this coming tomorrow on Friday. And I am super excited, honestly, you know, and everything. It's going to be called All the Leaps of Every Decay Act 1 Stage 0 here, folks. And it's my first time ever doing music here and everything. And I am very curious to know what you folks overall think of it when it officially comes out tomorrow here. I don't know if you folks are going to be there or not, but I am super excited for it personally myself, and I'm very proud of it. So anyway, I am super excited for that, and I just wanted to say that to remind you folks for tomorrow and everything, because I am super excited on that. Oh yeah, and lastly, I completely forgot this as well, but if you folks are curious to check this out for yourself, this AU or other content here on this account here, the link will be in the description below. But anyway, folks, that's basically all I have to really say for now in this video here. So with all that being said and out of the way, thank you folks all so much for watching again. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe for more, and I will see you all sooner or later. Bye bye everyone.